If you think blogs are just something that backpackers do while they're on Contiki tour, you have a very outdated interpretation of just how important these digital assets are. Blogging is a pretty essential element now of any business's content strategy, even if you are a sole trader. It's important for a couple of reasons. It helps delineate your core messages, what you stand for, what you do exactly in the marketplace. It helps demonstrate your point of difference when people are decision making online. It expresses your subject matter expertise, so you can explain, like I'm doing now, what you do, how you do it, how to get it done. It helps strengthen your SEO, and it validates your reputation because you can use things like case studies as blogs too to tell the story of how people have succeeded using your business. Corporate blogs are a pretty standard asset in any company's digital strategy, but I can understand that having the responsibility of keeping a blog fresh, high quality, fascinating, and full all the time is a pretty daunting task if you're not a journo and it's not natural to you like it is for our team at Writers Who. So here are some pretty essential tips for just getting it right. The first thing is you've got to have a killer headline. It's absolutely essential for your content being read at all. It doesn't matter how amazing your blog is, if you don't have a really fun, loud, quirky, keyword-rich headline, no one is ever going to open that post. You want to think of some really simple terminology that just works, like how to, 10 ways to, the biggest mistakes people make when they, the biggest challenge you'll see if, don't let this happen to you with your. You want to make it really intriguing, clearly obscure, something you want to click through to see the rest of it. The second thing is that you want to write a fabulously intriguing intro part, and that's the little bold statement that comes up before you click through. It will implore your readers to read more, so it shouldn't say what the headline says, but it should allude to a lot of depth and intrigue behind once you click through into the actual blog post. And finally, the body of the blog needs a couple of vital organs to actually function well. It needs a point, and so many SEO blogs just do not have a point. They're just keyword jammed, really boring, total fluff. They do not have a strong argument. They do not explain a misconception. They do not illuminate a process or advise a way to get something right. They just insult their reader actually, and it doesn't work for them anyway, because if readers are insulted, they don't stay on the blog for long. They certainly don't share it with other people. Google gets the message very clearly that your website content is not authoritative enough to actually drive traffic through to. So use your blog boldly to publish the messages that need to be heard, to get your key message out there, to prove the point that your company does what it does really, really well. It's effectively your company's online book, so make sure it is a proud presentation of everything that your brand stands for. You've got to use smart headlines. They've got to have keywords in them. You've got to use them often. Use smart subheadings, use tons of them, make sure they've got great keyword references in there, that they answer queries that people would likely put into Google or other search engines, and make sure they break up the text. The next vital organ is short paragraphs, 6 to 8 lines, couple of bullet points in there, have plenty of them, and again, keep breaking them up with subheadings. You want your blog to be easily able to scan and stop on the piece that is relevant to you as a reader. A quick win. Another key vital organ is lots of embedded stuff. Videos, images, hyperlinks, well labeled, well meta tagged. Make your blog as three-dimensional as you possibly can with lots of multimedia. And then finally, have a conclusion, have a point. As I said at the beginning, lots of blogs are so flaccid and meaningless. They're literally just written because people think they have to have a blog. They just fill the space, they jam in a bunch of keywords. There's no meaning, there's no conclusion, there's no point. There is nothing that gives the reader any sense of value for their time, and it is just insulting. And the reader has probably long since clicked off before even getting to the conclusion. So make sure you've got a point, and make sure the point is reiterated in the conclusion. They're the vital organs of a blog. Get writing.